Part 3, The 100 Dresses, second part. After writing a letter to Wanda Petronsky, they did not get any response from her. And she thought that and I thought that she was so hurt and angry that she did not bother to answer. Now, weeks went by and still Wanda did not answer. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business and medicated herself to sleep at night, making speeches about Wanda, defending her from great crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with. How many dresses have you got? And naturally, Peggy was a very practical girl. She forgot the whole business. Maddie being the emotional one. She could not sleep at night, and she always saw that she's protecting Wanda from the great crowd of girls who were teasing her and who were asking her. And before Wanda could press her lips together in a tight line, the way she did before answering, Maddie would cry out, "Stop!" Then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. So, this is all she saw. Now it was Christmas time, and there was snow on the ground. Christmas bells and a small tree decorated the classroom. On the last day of school before the holidays, the teacher showed the class a letter she had received that morning. You remember Wanda Petronsky, the gifted little artist who won the drawing competition? So the teacher asked them. She has written me, and I'm glad to know where she lives because now I can send her medal. I want to read her letter to you. So this is how, on the last day of the school, the teacher received her letter. The class sat up with a sudden interest and listened intently. Intently means silently. Now, this is the letter. Dear Miss Mason, how are you and room 13? Please tell the girls they can keep those 100 dresses because in my new house I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. Closet means Elmira. I would like that girl Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with the red trimming and a friend Maddie to have the blue one. For Christmas, I miss that school and my new teacher does not equalize with you. So she says that she misses her old school and the old friends, and the teacher was not as good as her Miss Mason. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. Yours truly, Wanda Petronsky. So this was a very short and beautiful letter written by Wanda. She has been so generous. She has been so liberal that she has given her dresses to her friends. On the way home from school, Maddie and Peggy held the drawings very carefully. All the houses had wreaths and holly in the windows. So these are the Christmas symbols. Wreaths, no? With the flowers it is made. Okay, so the wreath which was put on the head, and the holly leaves they were there in the windows. Outside the grocery shops, hundreds of Christmas trees were stacked. Stacked means piled up. And in the window, candy, peppermint sticks, and cornucopias of shiny transparent paper were strung. So, cornucopias are decorative containers, usually full of flowers and fruits. All were present. So, this was the Christmas season. The air smelled like Christmas, and the light shining everywhere reflected different colors on the snow. And the snow looked very beautiful, all the reflections of different colors. Boy, said Peggy, this shows she really likes us. It shows she got our letter, and this is her way of saying that everything is all right. And that is that. I hope so, said Maddie sadly. She felt sad because she knew she would never see the little tight lipped, polished girl again and couldn't ever really make things right between them. Now, Peggy again showed her practical nature. She said, okay, that's that. She thought, okay, she received the letter and this is her way of giving the response. Maddie, on the other hand, she felt very sad because she thought that she will never get a chance to apologize with her. Apologize with the tight lipped. Tight lipped means silent, polished girl, the girl from Poland. She went home and she pinned her drawing over a torn place in the pink flowered wallpaper in the bedroom. So she went home and she pinned her drawing, Wanda's drawing, which she gave her the blue drawing, with the on the wallpaper. The shabby room came alive from the brilliancy of the colors, and the dirty room of hers it became more brilliant with the brilliant colors of the drawing. Maddie sat down on the bed and looked at the drawing. She had stood by and said nothing, but Wanda had been so nice to her anyway. So Maddie was thinking and thinking of the drawing, but and she was thinking that how nice she was. Tears blurred her eyes as she gazed for a long time at the picture. And tears came into her eyes that make her eye blurred. She could not see clearly. As she gazed, looked fixedly for long at the picture. Then hastily she rubbed her eyes and studied it intently. Then at once she rubbed her eyes. She cleared her tears and she studied the picture more intently, more carefully. The colors in the dress were so vivid, so bright, that she had scarcely noticed the face and head of the drawing. And now she noticed that the drawing was so beautiful, so bright colors, that that she hardly noticed the face and head. But it looked like her, Maddie. It really looked like her own mouth. And she found that the picture that the girl she made in the blue dress was like Maddie. Why, it really looked like her own self. Wanda had really drawn this for her. Excitedly, she ran over to Peggy's. Peg, she said, let me see your picture. What's the matter? Asked Peggy as they clattered up to her room. Clattered means they make loud noise hitting the things or objects which came in their way. And so they went up to her room where Wanda's drawing was lying, face down on the bed. Maddie carefully raised it. Look, she drew you. That's you, she exclaimed. और मैडी ने कहा देखो ये तुम्हारी पिक्चर उसने बनाई है. And the head and the face of the picture did look like Peggy. What did I say? Said Peggy. She must have really liked us anyway. Yes, she must have, agreed Maddie. And she blinked away the tears. Blinked away means she winked away. उसने झपकी करते हुए वो tears को फिर हटाए. That came every time she thought of Wanda standing alone in that sunny spot in the schoolyard, looking stolidly over at the group of laughing girls after she had walked off. And then she always thought, tears always came into her eyes whenever she thought of Wanda, who stood in that sunny spot in the schoolyard looking stolidly. Stolidly means not showing any feeling or emotion at the girls. After she had after she had said, sure, 100 of them all lined up. So this is all about the story, and we get a great message that we don't have to hurt anybody, that discrimination of any type in the school or anywhere is not acceptable. It should not, we should not discriminate anybody on the basis of their religion, on the basis of their region from where they're coming, or on the basis of their economic condition, whether they belong to a good family, they belong to a poor family. We should never discriminate anybody. We should love each other, share our things with each other. This is how we love, we learn, we live our life. Thank you. Hope you understood this lesson.